What's up, YouTube? HPJ here. I hope you are doing well because it is time for another HPJ podcast. Welcome to October 25th of 2025. It is a Saturday because for whatever reason I never do these on a Friday like I said I would. But it's okay because after what? A couple more weeks, there will be no more of these being done. Yeah, that's right. If you have not really paid much attention to, well, anything that I've done in the most part, HPJ will no longer be doing podcasts. It's bittersweet, but it's honestly to the point. If the podcasts aren't working, then why constantly do them? I'm actually considering maybe downloading the podcast off of my main channel and just archiving them onto my HPJ archives, and that way, at least they won't be lost in like the phrase of time. So, what exactly is your boy HPJ up to? Well, HPJ hasn't really been doing too much. I've just been doing a lot of personal stuff. So I basically have dental stuff that I'm still trying to get done. Work has been very stressful because why not? And Yu-Gi-Oh! And Digimon stuff has just been Yu-Gi-Oh! Digimon stuff. Because I know a lot of people have probably seen me talk about it and everything. I mean, which is very true because um, isn't so much stuff going on with Yu-Gi-Oh! Digimon that I already gave them their own videos, but I actually do want to talk about it. Um, Yu-Gi-Oh! Itself has definitely hit another plateau because if you guys haven't seen it, the most recent stuff now actually was Yu-Gi-Oh's changes to the Forbidden Limited list, which just came out literally the day before. And I already talked a good portion about it, but I definitely will just say it here. Is that I understand that Yu-Gi-Oh wants to try something new, and that's fine. But what I also want people to understand is that you might as well have just banned all six of the Dragon Rule. I mean, not the Dragon Rules. They're not trying to ban the Dragon Rules. They should have just banned all six of the uh barrier statues. Sorry, because my eyes start twitching. Because I rubbed it and just forgot that I had like a whole bunch of lotion on my face. But yeah, it's definitely just that whole synopsis of I really am just over it when it comes to like dealing with Yu-Gi-Oh and its bullshit. Like Yu-Gi-Oh really just needs to figure out what it wants to do with itself, and then when it does figure out what it wants to do with itself, I would like for it to just really finish understanding what it wants to do with itself. Because I'm so sick of like the random occurrence of ban lists, the random occurrence of things going on. No one is really happy with how a lot of things are going with Yu-Gi-Oh at this current point in time because it's so many issues that have been going on. Like if you guys don't know exactly, because I haven't really heard too many Yu-Gi-Oh players talk about it, but there has been a lot of issues where people don't like the Forbidden Limited list, so a lot of people are playing the older formats because they're a lot more easier and simple to play. There isn't like 15,000 different decks trying to do the same shit. There is variety in a lot of the older formats, which is very true. People are still upset about how Konami has not moved over Yu-Gi-Oh! Rush Duel because Yu-Gi-Oh! Rush Duel does need to be moved over, and Konami is just not doing anything about it. I'm very much on that frame of people who say, even though I'm a casual player, I feel like Konami does not hear me when I state that, yeah, I rather just play, casual things and enjoy the casual scene because why would I want to enjoy the competitive scene and join in the meta when every time you look up, something get hits that affects the meta, something that get something happens and it affects how everybody else plays, whether you're on a casual level of playing the game or not. I haven't entered a tournament in over what years. The last time I entered a tournament was actually what, over a year ago, and that was a regionals back in 2024 where I entered because it was in my hometown. I literally lived down the street, and despite everything else that was going on, I tried to enjoy myself as best as I can, but competitive Yu-Gi-Oh is really stressful, and I just did not care anymore. Although it turned out if 300 people wasn't too bad, you could have easily told that by time they got to the side events, more than a third of everyone that was there left. And did not only to mention I was a player on the bottom end of everything because it was just no, I'm not good at Yu-Gi-Oh. I don't even try to hide that. But putting myself in a predicament where I was going up against meta was really stupid. Especially because I didn't know half the shit about half the decks that were going on. So, what else can I do? So yeah, like just Yu-Gi-Oh has just become such an irritating eyesore sometimes, and it's just like there's no player diversity. Watching the live streams are a bore. It's just like no, I'm good. At least I got the video games and stuff to play around with, but I'm just like no, I'm good. And even Genesis format got really boring because it was just like I have access to everything, but anything, but little things as well. So I was just like, yeah, no, I'm good. And then Digimon didn't make it no better because at the current time, Digimon Booster was it? Oh no, actually, let's get back to Yu-Gi-Oh because there's a whole lot of things. Yu-Gi-Oh just released the structure deck for the Chronicles stuff in TCG and the OCG. Fun fact: Konami just pushed the Yu-Gi-Oh 5D structure decks, the one for Giza, Crow, and Yusei, to November 21st of 2025 instead of November 7th like it was originally supposed to come out. So anyone who was trying to build the decks that had those cards in it, unfortunately those cards have been moved. We haven't really even heard anything from the TCG website outside of what has already been said. So I was very confused at that point of, why would you guys even decide to? I mean, you guys were supposed to talk about this. Did you not plan everything correctly? Because that's what it kind of seems like. Like, none of them planned anything out correctly. And then it just became a horrible mess. So now they're trying to just fix everything by saying, okay, yeah, we're just going to try to fix this by just moving the date of it so that way they didn't have to deal with much backlash. Because now at this point, I kind of am worried. Like, oh, is this really that bad? Or did you guys really just screw up and you don't have everything for Crow and Akiza like you were supposed to? Because what do you do when you add the additional things to Crow and Akiza? Because everything for Yusei has already been set because they've already had the additional decks and stuff ready for Yusei, because Yusei structure deck came out. The Synchron structure deck already came out in the OCG. So now you're saying, well, we're gonna do stuff for Akiza and Crow. You didn't list any new cards. You said there's gonna be tons of reprints, chibi versions of their ace monsters, but really nothing else. And even then to the latter, how do you fix everything to where everything, you know, fits into the game? Because these are structure decks. These are supposed to be helped to build new setups for new players, as well as those returning to the game. So how do you fit all that into one? And there's still really just very little to nothing about it. And it's just like, wow, you guys didn't plan this out, right? So then from there, let's talk about Digimon, because many of you who have not watched my content in terms of Digimon, I am moving away from Mastermon. Mastermon got way too expensive for your boy. Um, Even though what I think currently her regular form for BT23 is about what I want to say it's like $15 to $20 now. No, it's $20 to $30 now, but I'm not even sure about that. Hold on, because I'm actually going to look it up on my iPad. Because, I forget that I have this thing. We can just use it. Okay. I gotta log on my keyboard, too. Yeah, I got a keyboard for my iPad. So, yeah, let me see. I need Safari, because why not? I don't need a Chinese Striker. Yeah, I wanna. No, I don't need a release date for that. TCG player. Yeah, there we go. And then I'm going to be looking up Mastemon BT23. Okay. Alright, so Mastemon from BT23. We see her here. Okay. We see her here going for $28 so far. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. The Mastemon from Hacker Slumber BT23, not the full art, but the rare pull, it's almost 800. It's sitting right now at a market price of $680. $608 and what is it? For we'll just round it up. $608.50. Wow. There's only 4 listings of it, and it seems to be about $740. While the alt art, the first alt art, is roughly $80.25. The one from the celebration pack for BT21 seems to be about $45 on its market price, which this is why I'm not playing Mastemon, because every piece of Mastemon deck is just so damn expensive. I'm just gonna look up Angelomon. No, that's Angelomon. Angelomon from BT20. Okay, yes, no, she's easy to get. She's like 10 cent. Probably same thing for Lady Debbie as well from BT23. But yeah, Mastemons are just expensive. I'm just gonna look at Mirai right now. And this is gonna be Mirai from EX6. They're roughly they went up. Their market price of $55, but there's only 7 listings for her. Most of them seem to range from 60 to 90. That's why I'm looking, because there's only 7 listings. But you see how expensive these are getting, and why I have decided to just move away from Mastemon, because getting Mastemon cards now is just too expensive. It really just is. This is why also I backed out of the BT23. My locals is a week late for the BT23 pre-release, because they didn't get their pre-release items till this week. Then I heard there was also some other issues in terms of like turfs and everything, because of course that's the thing. So that's also why a lot of people who are trying to buy product, it's not been easy to buy product. I really am just like saddened that one of the deck that I really did want to put the most focus into, I can no longer put the focus into, because everything in the deck tends to be expensive. This isn't the first time that it's happened to me, but it's more common in Yu-Gi-Oh that it's happened than it is Digimon. But Digimon itself has its own issues of, this is going to be expensive here, this is going to be expensive there. It's just been one spell-shattering situation again and again and again. So it made me just be like, okay, well, what? I'm going to be perfectly fine without the additional stuff. So I don't have to sit here and try to build decks that I just cannot 100% build on a good graces. Because if I'm going to be trying to build Mastemon, then looking at what Mastemon decks have to offer, you're spending quite a lot on everything. Because you'll need, what is it? I don't really know, because I can't really give you a solid answer. I just know it's going to be more than what I can afford. And it's okay to do that, because I'm going to go be playing Sakuyamon when Sakuyamon stuff comes out. Because Sakuyamon cards haven't really gone up. Like, a lot of them are still through the test of time. Oh, this is Sakuyamon and Hacker Slumber that has gotten released. Oh, she's just an alternate form of one that's already out. Is this a new Sakuyamon? Yeah, with the Tamer Xeon trait, you can reduce this card's cost by 5. Once per turn, you cannot activate when Digivolving effects. If the Digimon is on deletion, place this card face up in your security. Oh, okay. It doesn't look like anything I would legitimately play, so that's fine. But yeah, that's the one from the Hacker's Memory. Her X antibody has dropped, but only like $1. Well, it's still not bad. But everything else really is just pretty much where it's at. I do want to get a couple of these. I'm actually quite happy. These are not a big issue uh, to go obtain. So if you do want to obtain Fukuyama stuff, in terms of like just her baseline, I think it's her plugins that are the issue. Um, Plugin, I think it's Pause plugin. Yeah, Pause plugin. I forget this thing is like no, 6. Yeah, it's not doing. Okay, we'll just do this pause plugin. Yeah, which are still $5. Okay, so it's not bad. It's still good. No, I don't care about that. Okay. Yeah. I don't know why it's not separated. It is not trying to. I don't know what's going on with this. It is just not letting me do a pause. Or anything. Well, if you let me do a shift, then I would. Or a, show keyboard. Sorry guys, I'm trying to like fix things. But it seems to like not want to work. It could just be the keyboard. So, oh, okay, certain things are working. Okay. Not just. Oh, Jesus Christ. Just search for it. Okay, bam. Recharge plugin Q. Recharge plugin Q. No. So plugin P's are actually pretty cheap. $4. And where I'm seeing $4. So at least it's available. But yeah, like if you're playing Digimon right now, I highly would recommend Sakuyamon if if that's something you want to do. But outside of that, yeah, no. Everything else is just really butt ass expensive. Oh, you know what? Who else is expensive? Because I know they're trying to play this now because of the fact that Sukuyamon stuff went down. Shine Greymon Ruin Mode. Shine Greymon. No, I don't know why the space button is there. No. Close. Okay. No, don't close it. Shit. Shine. No, because it probably took it out. Yeah, plug in P. I'm just going for Shine Greymon. Ruin mode. I think I saw ruin mode. No, I spelled it right. Oh, okay. Well, they're not as expensive as I thought they'd be. The Shine Greymon Ruin Mode, Shine Greymon Ruin Mode, alt art. So I think I have the alt art that was in the special limited set from last year. I bought one. I guess I can go look for a second. Because the thing about Shine Greymon Ruin Mode is that you need Shine Greymon Ruin Mode for a lot of decks these times around. Because it's actually light and purple decks. This is kind of like the Omnimon Schwartz defeat situation. But Omnimon Schwartz defeat just got a little less expensive. Actually, how is Omnimon Schwartz defeat? Because um, I haven't had to use one in a while. On space. What? Omnimon Schwartz defeat. Oh, they're really fucking cheap. They're really cheap. I can't believe how much money I spent on this card. Omnimon Schwartz defeat. I spent maybe like, God, $30 or so. I only picked it up. I only picked up two. But now these bad boys are marketing at like, I think this is the original BT5, and it's like, there's two of them. I think one of them is a reprint. The other one isn't. But they're like really dirt cheap. I'm gonna support defeat. Because there's two of them. There's Omnimon Schwartz and there's Omnimon Schwartz defeat. Schwartz defeat is the one people were using before, where the art looks nice though. It's like $25, and then there's another one with like an all art to it with gold plating, but it's like $7. It must be the reprint. These look like the reprints of Omnimon Schwartz defeat, and then like the original stuff are still like really expensive. But you get my point when I like talk about this, because it's like a lot of the Digimon stuff is just really expensive. Doesn't seem too expensive unless you're building a specific deck. Yu-Gi-Oh! On the other hand, no, that's just gonna be expensive as fuck. And it's like, damn. It's damning. Um, am I going to be interested in anything coming out? Most likely. But like I said, I'm going to wait for Amethyst Mandala to drop. And then I'm going to pick up maybe 2 to 3 Amethyst Mandala. Depending on how much stuff comes in, I'll probably maybe just pick up 2. But if I need like a new Redamon and stuff like that, and it has to come from there, then I'm just going to pick up multiple copies. I want people to also understand that buying structure decks, well, advanced, I hate that they call it advanced decks. I'm going to call it structure decks, like I've been calling it the Yu-Gi-Oh! In Pokemon. Because Digimon tries to make itself so much different, but it's not. So, the structure decks for Sukuyamon going to come out December 5th. So I don't know if my locals is going to have it, but I am going to try to pick me up 2 to 3, just so I can say, hey, look, I have this. Now I'm going to build the deck. Am I going to enter tournaments with it? No. No, never good at those. So, pick up what I can, build what I can, and just try to enjoy it. there's so many different things about this card game stuff that it just is like, where the benefits and really showing everything, and I'm just like, there really aren't any benefits at this point. So, yeah. It's just one of those situations where, it is just what it is. Are people online? Oh, I'm sorry, I'm checking my server just to see who was online. Not that many people. Okay. So, not, like I said, it's really not much to touch up on because, um, like, the only major thing that I probably have to say for anyone who does want to know is just I am still trying to get stuff worked on for my teeth. But that won't come till maybe later in the situation. But that's just like one of those, it's, you know, running in a situation when it runs in a situation. Outside of that, yeah, really not anything else that I'm pretty much looking for. So, yeah. So, sorry if this is going to be like a short podcast, because it really just is. Um, do I have anything else that I wanted to relay to you guys? Oh, yeah, guys, by the way, because I remember these things. I'm going to be doing a month of my Valentine and celebrating the Harpies for the 6th anniversary of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters um, deck. Was it Duelist Pack 4? Sisters of the Rose. The Japanese version release was May 10th. No, it's not May 10th. I lie. It is November 11th. No, it's November 10th of 2018 for the Japanese release. So it's only like a month and a half after that it was released in TCG. Shows you how much they cared about it. Where we're going to get Sisters of the Rose conversation. I'm going to try my best to maybe do a short for more of the Harpie cards that I actually still have. That I have not done a short. I'm debating if I want to put them on YouTube, if I want to put them on Instagram. Just because I don't have to deal with the editing and stuff, I might just end up putting them on Instagram. So if you guys want to see them, you'll have to go to my IG. My IG link should still be there. So if you're going to want to look for them, it's going to be on my IG. If you're not going to look for them, which is perfectly fine, it's not going to be on my IG. I mean, it can be on my IG, but it's going to be on my IG. Because I just really don't feel like having to move around. And it's like, here, I'll make one video, and then I have to edit that one video for 2 or 3 different, places to upload. So I was really just like, yeah, I'm not going to deal with that. Especially because the last time I did try to do it, it just didn't work out for me. For those who are wondering, I did try to do a lot of stuff for for Yu-Gi-Oh! In terms of the Harpies and doing the shorts, which shorts became like a big thing on YouTube. So I tried, but unfortunately, just things did not work out how I wanted them to. And I had them, like I had everything recorded, but unfortunately, things just did not work out for me. So I guess I'll just try to figure things out later. And excuse the noise because my sister decided she wanted to be loud today. So yeah, I'll try to figure out what I can do, but right now I can't make any legit promises. But I will be circulating things in conjunction to what I'm going to be doing for it. But basically, I'm going to make a YouTube video on that. Just talk about celebrating Mai's birthday, which I believe is between the OCG's release of both Link's Rings Pack 2, which had Harpie Conductor, which is Harpie Conductor will be turning 6 in the OCG. The Harpie cards that were released for Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist Pack 4, which is in TCG, Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist Pack Sisters of the Rose. And then, because that's Harpie Perfumer, Harpie Oracle, Alluring Mirror Split, Harpie's Feather Rest, and the Harpie Lady Elegance. Which, to be fair, I like the OCG name better, which was the Elegant Harpie Lady, and I actually like that more. So I'm gonna try my best to actually attempt to do it, because someone has to, and then I'm going to do my best to really just shape up everything, and then go from there. So yeah, I hope you guys will enjoy it, because I'm gonna try my best to do it. More so after that, I really think I don't have much else to add. I'll try my best, like, I'm not gonna lie, but it's going to be a hot mess trying to get everything together, because some things are just not going to be able to be done, but I'll do what I can. If I do hear like anything new from Amethyst Mandala, you guys already know I will be doing a video. If they start to print, not to print, but if they start to drop stuff um, for Yu-Gi-Oh's, for the structure decks, I will be doing videos on those, because I did promise that I would, so I'll definitely be doing that. Then I don't have any plans for Puzzles and Dragons is celebrating its 13th anniversary, by the way. So they're giving out, for the next 13 days, 13 Magic Stones, um, the 13th anniversary to Madra, which I think I already sold mine, so, because I only want one of each of the Tamadras from each of the years. And then from there, I'm just going to do a major wave of everything else, because why not? If people want a Puzzles and Dragons video, I'll do a Puzzles and Dragons video, because I just celebrated my 3,800 day of pad. So, yay, congratulations, that's the thing. So, yeah, not really anything major, just really just enjoying whatever's left and just having fun with it. So, yeah, that is pretty much it. I don't know if like there's anything else that I really wanted to add to this, because there really isn't much. And like I said, it's going to be some very short videos in terms of what I'm going to be doing for the podcast. So I'll definitely keep you guys informed if that's anything you guys would like to know. I'll try my best to keep you guys posted on everything else. I do need to upload a couple of things as well for YouTube as well. This is one of them included. So, okay, that's pretty much it. So, thank you guys so much for, being involved in the podcast. And, shorter podcast videos tend to be a thing, because, hell, this is dying out for me. So, all right. Well, with that said, thanks everybody for watching. I do appreciate it. And I'll catch you all next time, okay? HPJ, signing out. Take care. Bye-bye.